So yesterday when I was outside in my car, I it was a bunch of flies in there for some reason. It was like two or three flies in there. And flies are pretty annoying, so and it's been happening for a few days, well, not a few days actually, a while. Every time I go out and sit in my car and smoke my tree, yeah, it's always some flies in there. But today I noticed there was a white feather and it fell on my windshield. And it was so pretty. It was so tiny and small that if like you didn't look up, you probably wouldn't see it. But it was like the flies didn't affect the feather because it was outside of my car on the windshield, and they were too busy bothering me in my car to even notice the feather. So, and it was a white feather. So I think that it symbolizes like angel guides, spirit guides, ancestors. You're going on the right path. So that could be significant for you. You could be seeing white feathers or lots of flies and things like that around you. So, and here's a white card. I don't have many white cards in this deck. So the white card, it says calm before the storm, peace, self-love, purity, protection, guidance, angels, and happiness. So that's kind of cool that just came out, and I literally only have like two or three white cards, if that, in this deck, or that could be the only one. So that white feather is very, very significant. You have angels surrounding you, you have guidance, you have protection, happiness, love, peace. But there's something with those flies, because also that came out with this card is evil eye, psychic attacks, protection, protect your crown chakra, silk head covers, 666, monitoring spirits, jealousy, envious energy is not a competition. So that doesn't feel like your energy. It could feel like you could be getting psychic attacks, but I don't think they're bothering you very much. Like, they could be like the flies. They could be monitoring spirits. People who are just watching you, not really saying much, not interacting with you. That could be in real life or social media. God is always with you. His angels are always near you. Things will get better. You are loved and protected. Show gratitude and appreciation for the small things. Thank God for your health. You are wealthy and abundant. So there's something, I don't know what could be sending you negative energy though. I really don't. Because it's very small. It's very insignificant. Two extremes. Half empty or half full perspective. Two of Swords. Anxiety, overthinking. 222. Maybe it's something within yourself. Like two extremes within yourself. But I'm not really getting that. I get that because maybe you do go from one extreme to the other when you're at that more negative end of the spectrum. Maybe that's when like the attacks are able to infiltrate and come through. But I don't feel like it's anything to worry about. If anything, do a return to sender. Do a return to sender, and also maybe burn some candles for your angels. Give them some offerings, pour out some libations or something like that for your ancestors if you believe in that. because this doesn't seem like it's coming from self, but at the same time, it doesn't seem something that's like really bothering your everyday life either. Take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. So it could have something to do, maybe it is affecting you a little bit, making you feel like you can't take the opportunities that are presenting themselves in front of you. And I feel like that happens when you get into that negative spectrum of your extremes. You could have some type of mood disorder or something, not to diagnose anybody, but it feels like one end then the other, one end and the other, like from 0 to 100, then back to 0, then sometimes at 50, but not really. You're either on 0 or 100. Maybe I don't want to say the energy is causing, the psychic attacks are causing you to be like that, but maybe once you get control of going from one extreme to the other and get into that neutral position as much as possible, then the attacks will be like non-existent, basically. Because attacks can only affect you in your weakest ways. In that sense, I mean, like, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. So if you have all your chakras aligned, you feel like you're journaling, you're meditating, you're doing all of this, all of that, but let's say, I don't know, you have a fear of abandonment, you have abandonment issues, then those attacks can affect your abandonment issues, and you feel like everything's abandoning you, even though you have all these other things in alignment. That could be something that could cause you from going from one extreme to the other and kind of like flipping around. So with this, it could be scarcity, like a scarcity mindset, because the take advantage of the opportunities that come your way, it feels like you're not really taking advantage of your opportunities. But and my ear is ringing right now, so any more energy for the collective? Any more energy? Ooh. Changes in the wind. So this could be a call for you to change. For you to change so that you're not going from one extreme to the other constantly, and it's not like this kind of exhausting back and forth cycle of that. Because maybe that in itself is very exhausting, and it's hard for you to actually focus on yourself and the good things that are happening around you so that you can take advantage of them. Any more energy for the collective? Because when I saw that white feather, it basically said that everything's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. It was very, very tiny though. Like, I've never seen a feather that small. So maybe you feel like faith is kind of small right now. Like, it's very delicate, fragile. You feel like it could be fleeting sometimes. Like, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. That could be, again, with this two extremes. The calm before the storm and changes in the wind. So this could be your calm before the storm, and the storm being the changes that you might have to make. Do we have any closing messages for the collective? Any closing messages for the collective? Respect should be earned before one deserves it truly. Kindness is key. Compassion for self leads to compassion for others. Respecting others while staying true to self. Creativity. So this is your advice on the situation, is that just respect yourself, respect others, stay true to yourself. Compassion for self leads to compassion for others. So that's kind of like advice to get in that neutral energy rather than being at one extreme or the other. Overthinking and anxiety came out again. Hopelessness, despair, healing inner child, yellow flower, solar plexus, childlike energy, innocence, curiosity, be cautious, naive energy. So with that one, it's telling me that you need to be a kid again. That could be the change in the wind that needs to happen, is that you could be a kid again. Because when you think of kids, I mean, yeah, they're kind of all over the place, but usually they're in a happy mood. They're neutral, and that's happy for them. So finding whatever makes you feel like a kid again, doing things like, I was just looking at taking pottery classes, because that's something I really liked to do when I was in high school. It made me feel like a kid, playing like in the mud and things like that. I used to play in the mud and make mud pies. So when I got to high school and started doing pottery, it was kind of like, it was natural, it was easy. It felt like being a kid playing in the mud again. So doing things like that is very helpful for your energy right now. So with that being said, if you want a personal reading, please email me or message me on Instagram or TikTok at Imani Reynes. And I really hope this resonated with somebody. I hope this helped you out. This video will be up on YouTube, so check out my YouTube channel, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how it made you feel, and yeah, have a great rest of your day.